Well, slap my ass and call me Shirley, because I want to talk about the Stranger Things finale. So, I spent my last night watching through it, obviously. The first 30 minutes or so were, really good setup. Uh, I had planned on, continuing streaming later that night so I could talk about it, but, I had thoughts, and I needed to ruminate on them. So, uh, obviously, spoilers, don't watch this if you haven't seen it. Or do. Honestly, you might not miss all that goddamn much. They do a fake out scene. Actually, there's several fake out scenes in this episode. But the one that kind of took me out of it was the one with Hopper and Eleven. So Eleven's floating in her little tank or whatever. She's invading Vecna's mind, trying to save kids or whatever. And Vecna goes into Hopper's mind and he's like, "Hey, yo, boy, I'm right here." And obviously, Hopper has a gun. He shoots at him and then he shoots the tank that Eleven's in. And Vecna disappears, and he goes over there, sees the water dripping out, opens it, sees Eleven fucking bleeding out in the tank, smashes the glass open, and oh yeah, no, Vecna was messing with him. Haha, joke's on you. You thought they were gonna kill someone. Yeah, they kill no one in this episode. Sorry, wrong way of wording it. They pull a bunch of fake out deaths and then kill nobody that matters. The only person that was a main character that they killed, which, by the way, why would you have a fake out death scene for a character that you're gonna kill later in the same goddamn episode? That is stupid. Yeah, they kill Eleven at the end of the episode. It's a self-sacrifice thing that everyone saw coming. They also kill Callie. Yeah, I talked about 11 first, even though Callie's the first one to die, because I forgot her fucking name again. She shows up in one episode, and then she's just back for season 5, and now, she bit the dust. Unfortunate. There's this, anyways, at the end, they blow up the Upside Down or whatever. 11 stays behind. Everything collapses in on itself. The Upside Down disappears. The end. Then there's a 40-minute epilogue that I won't get into. There are parts of the epilogue I like, but I don't think that is as important to the episode as the big plot moments. The reason the 11 fake out death pissed me off so much is because it just kind of highlights the fact the show has never had stakes. I want you to name a single main character that has died other than 11, because we all knew it was going to happen. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Ever since season 2 was announced, it's like, oh, is the end of the show going to be her sacrificing herself? Aside from 11, what main characters that weren't introduced in the same season have been killed? Name one. Oh, you can't. That's right. You can't. They try to make it seem like someone's gonna die, but they don't. There's also something else that really pissed me off, and it also has to do with fake out deaths. So, obviously, Steve and Dustin, it's a you die, I die dynamic, pretty much. I mean, they literally say that to each other in the previous episode. So, when Steve's about to fall off the top of the radio tower, and you see someone's hand grab his to pull him back up, who do you think it was? If you guess Dustin, you're wrong, because obviously it's got to be Jonathan. And by the way, I don't actually have a problem with Jonathan saving him here. It sort of wraps up a little mini arc for him, and I get it. But then there's another moment later where Dustin almost gets impaled by the giant mind flayer house thing. And You see someone tackle him out of the way of one of his giant spiky legs that would have surely impaled him. And I want you to guess who it was. It was Lucas, not Steve. I mean, it's not like they established this whole you die, I die dynamic where if one of them dies, the other would pretty much die trying to save them or die with them. Yeah, they don't go anywhere with that. Interesting concept, though. You can't. How do I word this? You shouldn't include a bunch of fake out deaths in the supposedly dark episode and then just end it in the same way that Stranger Things Season 1 ended. It's not a dark episode. That is you pulling shit out of your ass and then writing it down on a piece of paper. Did I mention that there's no stakes? Literally, when 11 got her little fake out death, I just kind of sighed, rolled my eyes, and disengaged from the rest of the episode. And that is why you don't pull an extended fake out death scene. And you know what's even worse? Had they killed 11 in that way, they would have subverted our expectations because we already knew that Callie and Elle were going to kill themselves after they killed Vecna. Now, that's a good setup because we're like, oh, well, she's going to die doing that, right? And then you have Hopper shoot her on accident because Vecna decided to fuck with him. And instead of, maybe writing something interesting that shows, oh yeah, there are stakes, more people are probably gonna fucking die. They're like, haha, tricked ya. You fucking idiot. You thought we were gonna do something interesting that would require us to actually write something. Nah. We don't do that here. We at the Duffer Brothers don't like doing our jobs. I don't know why I said the Duffer Brothers like they're a company, but, God. It's the fact that they could have subverted our expectations and they still would have had a plot. It's not like 11 dying would have ruined the ending either, because she already dies. And it's not like they couldn't have written it without her, because they very well could have. Callie doesn't even need to be in this season, by the way. I want to put that out there, but because she is, we'll go with it. So, let's say 11 dies in Hopper's arms instead of sacrificing herself for the upside down or whatever. Well, what's the plot going to look like after that? Good question. It's not like they didn't establish that Will is a fucking sorcerer or anything. Like, I'm sorry, that motherfucker can hop into Vecna's goddamn head. And they do jack all. Oh, I'm sorry. They use him to break off a single arm of Vecna so Elle can impale him. Oh yeah, also, the amount of slow-mo shots in this episode just pissed me off. And the flashbacks and all that bullshit, it just kind of pissed me off. If you're when you're writing a show, or when you're writing a character death or a tense character moment, or you're trying to, wrap up a story arc, you shouldn't have to slow it down and then play flashback scenes over it. The moment should stand for itself. I'm not saying I'm against doing flashback scenes to, call back to people that have died or whatever, but they do it so goddamn much in this episode that by the end, when Joyce is cutting off Vecna's head, I'm just like, okay, we get it. We have seen this scene 3 times. Please quit replaying it. Oh, yeah. Last thing. This has nothing to do with the finale, but I want to talk about it. What the fuck happened to Mike's dad? He's not stated to have died. He just kind of disappears. They like drag him behind the curtain with one of those giant ass fucking canes. They're just like, what? No. Whoop. Back behind the curtain. You never see him again. Not even in the epilogue. Yeah, anyways, I'm really glad I wasted my time watching that so we could just end up with season 1 again. Except a worse version where they don't have stakes and nothing interesting happens. Ay, ay, ay.